D.2, page navigation, incremental and decremental ways in JavaScript functions. For the page navigation, we need to do preparation in several different places. In this video, D.2, let us do preparation in JavaScript functions. There are two JavaScript functions. Here, we just do the first one. All right. First, we need to, although our main place is at a JavaScript function, but we need to do some preparation in other places. The first one, in our list math servlet, we need to do one thing. So what's that? Look at here. We need to maintain the current page information. Here. The main thing we need to do, this task, maintain the current page information. All right, so why we need to do that? Think about this logic. Very simple. All right, because you want to click the previous button, move to the previous page. You need to click the next button to move to the next page. When you do that, you need to know the current page, right? You need to know the current page. So then you can, the previous button and the next button, you can figure out what is the previous page, what is the next page. So that's simple. All right. So the first thing we need to maintain the current page information somewhere. So we need to store it somewhere. All right. First, this part we calculate the current page. We try to make the current page number right. All right. So the main goal of this small statement, make the current page value right. So two extreme cases. One, the current page value, PG, less than 1. Then we set it to 1. Greater than the total page, greater than that, we set to the last page number. That's simple, right? The logic, yeah. Try to make the current page number right. Okay, make the current page number right. All right. After that, we store it in the request scope. Request scope, the reason we store it in the request scope, we want to send it to the JSP. All right, JSP. Well, after we send it to JSP, there is one thing we need to do. Okay, after send it to JSP, then store it in JSP. Display it, but at the same time, we need to find a place in JSP. We store it because later we need to retrieve it. All right. So you can see we need to do a lot of things, a lot of preparation. All right. So step 2 in list.jsp. All right. So first, this is from the previous one, but I put it here because later when we modify the code, we can copy these lines in a convenient way. All right, so we already have that. This is the store way. How to store it in JSP? We use the input element, input field, right? Input field, input element. But the type is hidden. We don't want to display this information. We want to make it hidden to our users. The users do not need to see this information, but we put it somewhere in our page, and there is an ID for this element. So later we can retrieve this information by this ID. The value, look at here, we use the EL expression to retrieve this attribute, request attribute, EL. So you can see that dynamic value, we can use EL expression to put into the value attribute. How easy it is. Here, look at another important usage of EL. All right. So next, then in our main JavaScript function, we implement this incremental, decremental. It's pretty easy. All right. This U, based on the U, remember, this U, as we discussed in our design, 0 means the previous page, 1 means the next page, right? Based on our design idea. So here, first, this line we retrieve from that hidden field. How about that? Hidden field, input, hidden field, right? The ID is this one, we dot get value. Then we parse int. Remember, that value, after we retrieve it, it is a string value. So we have to convert it to integer. So this is a string value first. By default, any value is in the string format. So before we do the incremental, decremental operations, we need to convert it to integer. After integer conversion, now you can see we can do decremental, incremental operation. All right, so we get the current page number. All right. So then the last line is very important. The last line, what do? We send a request from JavaScript function to the servlet and the pass parameter. All right. So what do? We send a request from the JavaScript function to the servlet. Look at this. This is the servlet URL pattern. All right. List math, then the parameter with parameters. Here we only send one parameter. All right. You can send multiple parameters if you like. The page number, we call that servlet, but at the same time we tell that servlet what is the page we want to see. All right. So here, use this way. So later you will know document.location.href. Then you send a request to the servlet. After that, that page is returned. So you just display it. Okay. We have the display part before, right? We have that. Here we just request that page. All right. Don't worry when you do decremental, incremental operations, the page number could be out of bound. Don't worry, because in the servlet we will fix it. Right? In the servlet, when you move the page number out of the range, we have the, fixing code part. We make it back to the range. All right. This one I just want to stop here, because the coding updating in our project we can leave to next video when we have other pieces. Let us do the coding update all together. All right. Okay, so let us finish our video D.2 right here.